Once upon a time, there's a Hong Kong girl and an Iowan girl who met at a college bar. 15 years later, they reunited virtually and now they share one common goal and mission to help 100 young families to achieve time and financial freedom through living a healthy lifestyle. Hello, welcome to Raising Kids Naturally. So, thank you for joining us to explore together, to join us on our journey. My name is Kaiyan, and along with me is my friend Caitlin. How are you, Caitlin?
I'm doing good. How are you, Kaiyan?
Excellent, excellent. So, I know that we were mentioning on last week we were talking about for mamas about self-care, right?
Mhm.
So I noticed that recently sound healing is a very popular tool or way for self-care. So why is this so all of a sudden is so popular, so important, Caitlin?
Well, um, sound healing has been around for thousands of years. It's been known by the ancients as a way to really heal the body and the mind and the self. Um, I think that with this rise of the yoga practices, people getting into yoga, meditation, and qigong, then all of these alternative ways to heal are becoming more on the radar and accepted into our home, into the commonplace. And so basically what sound healing is, it's the application of healing frequencies. And so if we think about it this way, we are living on a vibrational universe, right? We are on this beautiful earth, but we all carry vibrations. And within that, there are different sounds and that can be toned with those vibrations. Okay. And so what sound healing does, and those healing frequencies, they want, when they're applied to the physical and the subtle energy surrounding an individual, they can assist in healing, say, depression or anxiety, and also physical ailments as well. Um, One thing to think about is, Dr. Emoto. Everyone knows about him, and if you don't, you need to look at the link below. There is, I believe, we sharing a link to one of the videos where he conducted an experiment of sounds connected to water, and then the constructs, the 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 shapes and the beautiful images that are within the constructs of water, and how sound dictates that. And so if you think about us, we are made of 80% water, right? Fluids within our body. And
Mm-hmm.
so sound really does affect our healing capacity in ourselves, our mind, body, and soul.
Wow. Honestly, it sounds almost like a second language to me. So like you said, it has been thousands of years, like it has thousands of years of history. To me, I learn about, sound healing, or I come across sound healing exactly like what you mentioned. Um, it's through yoga and through meditation. I know, the internet track our what we search for. So it just, they suggested videos about sound healings and such. So I thought it was very interesting. And I know for you, there is another layer to that, right? Sound healing. So
Yeah.
it's like today's topic, the title of this episode is, Can Your Voice Be a Healing Tool?
Hmm. Hmm.
So how did you come across of sound healing and what you call is voice work, correct?
Yes. Yeah, I do call it voice work. Well, mostly, I grew up singing. I come from a family. My mother is a singer. My grandmother was a singer. My uncle. So all of us, we all sang. That's just what we did, and so I came into this young adulthood understanding my voice more so than, say, other people do. And so others who haven't been immersed in it. And what I have found is that once you become comfortable with your voice, if you use it in a healing way to get you into that meditative state, to connect you with your heart, then you're able to really accept your voice, your creative power, um, all of that more deeply. And so uh, for me, it's just I came across it naturally. I'm trying to say that's what I'm trying to say, but uh, but also through teachers. I have been involved with a beautiful song carrier group where we sing ancient songs that are passed down orally, and that was pivotal when I started going to that singing group, because I was introduced to songs that were from ancient indigenous cultures from all over the world. And my teacher, Mari Sato, I love her dearly, and she really introduced that way into my awareness. And then just by the way of opening myself up to whomever I'm supposed to meet, people came into my life with these wonderful tidbits of knowledge and experience with the voice. There is one book that I do love. It's called The Tao of Voice, and so this is really really interesting. It brings it more into the well, a new east-west approach to transforming the singing and speaking voice. And so that's a beautiful book that I love to flip through. And yes, my husband's a sound healer. So once he and I met, I started not necessarily devoting my life to rock and roll and blues. However, I do love that music, but I started getting into the more healing sounds and work.
That's amazing. And I think I first learned about voice work is definitely from you,
Yeah.
but it was from you offering voice lessons. You
Mhm.
teach classes online. Well, before COVID was in person, but after that is online. So you
Mhm.
offer voice lesson, and I thought it was more like, the singing lessons, how to be a singer.
Sure.
But when you first told me that it is a lot more than just singing, is how to use your voice as a healing tool
Mhm.
through the frequency and through the vibration.
Mhm.
So I was like, wow, I have no idea. Like, this is a brand new information to me. And I thought it would be really great for all the mamios to hear about it, an alternative way for self-care.
Sure.
So
Yes.
so can you share with us maybe perhaps one of your favorite go-to technique that is easy for
Sure.
people like me that can't
Yeah.
really sing but would love to utilize that?
So, one book that I picked up years and years and years ago, it's called Woman's Power to Heal Through Inner Medicine. And it's a beautiful book. Of course I can't, there it is. It's a wonderful book. And I stumbled upon this, it's called Brahmari Breath Meditation. And basically it's the inner buzzing of the goddess. And what it does, and I'll read a little bit about it. I like to use this one as a way to open up the cranium and all of these mind connections that we cling to. We allow ourselves to cling to certain stories, certain anxieties, worries. And if we were to just allow sound to just envelop our cranium more and to let those meditative sounds be there within our mind, we're able to clear that junk out of there a lot easier. And so that's exactly what this does. So Brahmari breath and sound meditation is a potent primordial sound meditation derived from the goddess Brahmari. The Sanskrit Sanskrit verbal root ram literally means bees and refers to the resonant hum of inner consciousness reminiscent of the sound of buzzing bees. And we know how healing bees are, right? Every single thing about them is very, very healing. What they make, the honey that we are able to um, indulge in, that is so healing. And then Hoshindo, using the bee sting. So everything about the bee is healing. Um, and so basically, the internal buzzing sound central to this practice penetrates deep within the invisible networks that supports the Ajna chakra, the sixth chakra, located in the mid-brow, the point where the mind merges into buddhi. So basically, this is opening up your third eye, clearing out the junk, allowing yourself to be completely open. And so what you do is you sit in a comfortable meditative, quiet position.
Should I do it with you?
Yes,
Should
you
we all
should.
do it with you?
I
So
think you should. Everyone who's watching this, take a moment out of your day and do this with me. And
okay. Okay. So just to let everyone know, like how long is this process that we are about to get into?
well, usually, let's see, it doesn't quite, I just do it for about a few minutes. You don't have to
Ooh.
do it that long. You can do
Okay.
it for, say, 5 breaths.
Okay.
It's not, you don't have to do it too long. So
Great.
basically, what you're going to do is your fingers are going to connect to these pressure points on the face.
Okay.
And
So
so you put your thumb in your ear.
thumb in my ears.
Mm-hmm. Don't go all the way because you still need to kind of hear me.
Right. Okay. Got it.
And then your pointer on your eyelid.
Okay. Well, I'm going to do it to one eye because I still need to see you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And your middle on your nostrils.
Okay.
Your fourth, your ring finger on the edges of your mouth.
Okay.
And then your fifth just right there on your chin.
Oh, my pinky is so short. Okay.
What you do, just roll your shoulders back because we have a tendency to then hunch ourselves forward.
Mm-hmm.
Roll your shoulders back and down. And take a deep breath in, and you're just going to close your mouth and hum. We all know how to hum. Yep. So you're going to do that. And what I like to do too is I move my tongue around on the top of my mouth, and it creates different tones. So you take a deep breath in, and we'll just do 3.
Okay.
So take a deep breath in. And sit with your eyes closed. And your hands open on your lap. And take a deep breath in. And now you can open your eyes.
Whew. I feel tingling sensation on my arms because I always sit like this doing all the editing on the computer. So as soon as I didn't even do anything yet, I just roll my shoulder with my arms up. I could feel all the tingling sensation all the way from my shoulder to my fingertips.
Yes, exactly. It opens everything. It really does. And so that's one of my favorite techniques to assist people in becoming aware of, because it's an old Vedic breathing practice.
So I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
As I mentioned, I'm I'm like a pre-K, pre-K level to this. And so is voice work
Mhm.
a form of meditation, or is it like what is like what does voice work sound healing fall into, like what category does it fall into?
Meditation, prayer, um, healing. It's definitely very healing.
Hmm.
Uh, the clients that I have worked with, and when they leave, in either in person or off of the Zoom, you know, um, I also feel very refreshed and alive
Hmm.
again. And so, what the sound does, it just once it connects you to your center. And like meditation, yoga, that's or qigong, you're always reconnecting yourself to that center point and grounding yourself into the earth. Now, also, song has been used by the ancients and our ancestors as a way for prayer. You
Hmm.
know, that's
Hmm.
why then singing in church is such an enormous deal, is because it is, you're literally putting yourself at a higher vibration than you normally are in order to really allow yourself to be within yourself and to make that prayer that much more potent and that much more um, connected to your heart and your deepest desires, or so people use a song as a way to connect with, say, a lot of indigenous cultures. You sing to the water, you sing to the water before you ingest it. You sing to
Mm.
your food before you ingest it. You
Mm.
sing to the corners and the edges of your home before you fill it with all of your space and your stuff.
Mm.
Um, you sing it over bodies as a way to heal their energy fields and within themselves. And so,
Yes.
and then that's why you can use it to heal yourself.
Great. That reminds me of in Chinese culture, I think you mentioned it too, is qi hei gong, qi gong, is that how you say it in English? Yeah. So that is, everybody has their qi, their hei qi, right, throughout our body. So that kind of reminds me of that.
Big time. And that's exactly what this is. It's a Taoist approach to working with your voice.
Great.
Very much qigong.
Great. So the technique that you just share with us, what does it call? So I can drop it in
Sure.
the comment.
Sure. So it's Brahmari breath meditation.
B. How do you spell that?
B as in boy, Hramari. Brahmari breath meditation.
Okay, this is also a spelling bee session right now. Bhamar. Bar, baram, barami,
Brahmari. Yep. Brahmari.
okay, breathe. Okay,
Breath. Breath
breath.
meditation.
Okay, great. So if I misspell that, everyone, don't mind me. Just I
You're
drop it
just
in the comment.
exactly.
Great, that's awesome. And how long do you? I know you. It depends on everyone's time,
Mhm.
but we did it together, 3 breath.
Mhm.
So for you personally, how long do you usually do it? Like by how many breath you take, or how per minute, or like how often, and then how often do you do it?
Yeah. I don't know what is the suggested amount of breathing you're supposed to do with it. I usually just do it intuitively. If I
Mhm.
feel, for me, it really, like I said, clears your mind of that mental chatter, and I have a lot of that. And so, for me, however long it takes for me to then feel at peace in my mind. And,
Great.
and, um, and yeah, how often do I do it? Whenever I feel like I need to.
Awesome, awesome. So we talk about, this is all about self-care for all the mamios, right?
Mhm.
And little goes a long way. It doesn't have to be, we don't have to drive to the gym and, pump some irons or, really run on the treadmill to take care of ourselves. I mean, of course, that's part of it, but it can be as simple as just meditating or doing the
Brahma.
breath.
Brahma.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. You can just call it
Meditation.
breathe. You can also call it bee breathing, bee humming.
Bee
Bee.
humming
Hmm.
technique that Caitlin just shared with us. And then on top of that, of course, we want to eat a balanced diet, consume all of our carotenoids. Again, if you need premium, all natural carotenoid supplements, Caitlin and I will definitely be able to help you. And then what are you drinking right there?
I'm drinking the hydrogenized water, Izumi,
Whoa.
and because
Molecular
it's an
hydrogen
incredible antioxidant. People don't, it's not really well known here in the U.S. yet, but,
Great.
it's an incredible antioxidant, and I love the way it feels on my throat. As a singer, I use it quite a bit.
Great. That's excellent. I'm sure we will talk more about, particularly about molecular hydrogen and in the near future episodes. And then I know that next week we have Caitlin actually have something special to share with the audience as well, right? Also, is
Yes.
how to utilize our voice work with our children. So perhaps you can share with all of us how you utilize voice with your children.
Sounds good.
Great. Awesome. Anything else am I missing, Caitlin, that you want to share with the audience? I know, actually, I almost forget to mention, if the audience want to learn more about voice work with you, how can they connect with you?
Well, you can connect with me on Facebook if that's easiest,
Right?
or Instagram as well.
Yeah,
Or
for the non-Facebook user.
yeah, exactly. And I do have a landing page. It's not the most up to date. That's in the process, but it's called discoveryouраuthenticvoice.com.
Great. I will include all the links down below in the comment section in the description box. So if you would like to learn more about voice work directly from Caitlin, you can just reach out to her. And then we look forward seeing all of you next week, same time on Wednesday.
Thank you. Thank you, Kaiyan.
Thank you. See
Bye.
you next time. Bye-bye.